Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're just going to wait about 2 minutes. So I'd love to know where everyone is calling in or dialing in from. My name is Tara. I'm the Director of Marketing at CiraSync. We're very excited to show you some new features and benefits today. So let's start it off. If you can just put in the chat where you are coming from today. We also have a Q&A button at the bottom. So if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please go ahead and put your questions in there. And if you also, in that question and answer box, would like to put in the favorite feature that you have of CiraSync, we would love to know what your favorite product feature is. It helps us to continue to evolve and grow. We'll just give it one more minute, and then we're going to kick everything off. We're going to keep this short and sweet for you today, so you still have time, depending what time zone you're in. If you're in Eastern, Central, it's going to be close to lunch. So we'll keep this short and sweet so you can still have some time to eat your lunch. So I'm seeing a lot of new people join. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Tara. I'm the Director of Marketing at CiraSync. So there is a Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. If you can just click that open, we would love for you to ask some questions. And also, if you're open to sharing your favorite product feature of CiraSync, we would also love to understand that and know more about what you love about our product. Okay, we are going to get started. So thank you all for joining. And I'm just going to go through a few quick things to help you understand who we are at CiraSync. So our mission and vision, our mission is to deliver a powerful and effortless solution that keeps every contact, calendar, note, and task in perfect sync across the enterprise, driving unstoppable productivity, airtight security, and rock solid compliance. And our vision, we envision a future where seamless synchronization of contacts, calendars, notes, and tasks empowers enterprises to move faster, stay secure, and outpace the competition in every arena. And just a little bit about CiraSync. I won't read this entire 2 paragraphs, but you are more than welcome to. We are a SaaS company. We were founded in 2001, and we've been at the forefront of innovation since 2016. Our headquarters are located in Austin, Texas. We have 70 employees, and we're growing very rapidly month over month. And we are also a global company. So we have a presence in North America, Europe, Asia. We have customers in 45 countries and over 150 industries. So you might be wondering, if you don't know, which hopefully you do, but if you don't know what we do, we provide a secure automated solution for syncing Microsoft 365 Gal contacts, shared calendars, and public folder data directly to business smartphones. So we really eliminate those manual updates that cause you a lot of stress. And we are a cloud-based service, we're scalable, and we're designed for IT teams managing anywhere from dozens to tens of thousands of users. Our yes mentality. So I had asked at the beginning if you could go into the Q&A and share your favorite product feature for CiraSync. Well, now I want to know if you have any requests to make that product even better. So your requests really drive our roadmap, and there's an email there, help@cirasync.com. We would love to hear what new features you would like to see. We are absolutely a yes mentality company, so we will always say yes to you, whatever your request will be. We want to make our software the best for you. Okay, wonderful. I'm going to pass it over to Emma, who is our Director of Customer Success, and she's going to talk to you about new products and features.
Thank you, Tara. I want to thank everybody who joined our webinar today. So let's get started. Let's begin with one of the most noticeable changes you'll see when logging into CiraSync Cloud, and that is a new user interface design. With a more modern and intuitive dashboard design, users are now greeted by a cleaner layout that enhances usability from the start. Previously, customers had trouble locating additional settings because they were hidden under the profile icon and often caused confusion during setup. Now, the settings menu is prominently displayed on the left side of the dashboard, featuring clear icons and an expandable layout. This update simplifies navigation and aligns with user expectations for enterprise-grade interfaces. Now that we have covered the UI improvements, let's move on to how contact data is handled. So in the sync tunnel configuration, step 3, there are a few new features. The first one is related to custom field settings. Before this update, the contact field setting was a global configuration applied to all sync tunnels. This limited flexibility made it challenging to tailor contact data for different groups. Now, each sync tunnel can override the global configuration, allowing you to select contact attributes to be synced per tunnel. This is especially useful for syncing, let's say, HR-specific data to HR personnel and work-specific contact attributes such as work or mobile phone number to the rest of the employees. Building on that flexibility, let's look at how you can now control which contacts are being synced. So previously, with the exception of GalSync, syncing from other sources was an all or nothing process per contact list. This meant pushing a large volume of contacts to users, even when only a subset was needed. Now you can apply filters at the sync tunnel level to narrow down which contacts are synced. You can also push different sets of data to different user groups, improving precision and performance. Now that we have walked through the main updates in the presentation, let's switch gears and move into a live presentation. This will give us a chance to see these new features in action. So we're going to start again with CiraSync Enterprise Edition dashboard, which in addition to having new colors, also has a settings menu, which we moved from the original location that was in the profile icon in the upper right corner to the left side of the dashboard with expandable menu. In addition to this, you're going to notice this drop-down section in the upper left corner, which allows admins with multiple CiraSync accounts to easily switch between those accounts. This is really good for admins that are required to manage CiraSync configuration for multiple tenants. Now we're going to go to sync tunnel level configuration to take a look at improvements there. So the first improvement that we covered is related to custom field setting. Originally, as mentioned, the custom field setting was a global configuration available here on the left side of the dashboard, but now we have added a custom field setting option per each sync tunnel. This allows admins to specify what data will be synced specific to this sync tunnel. The next feature added is related to data filter, which is located at the bottom. So let's see how that works. Originally, this source has 5 contacts. If we would like to narrow down contact sync only to those contacts that have, let's say, email address with domain part marigold.com, we could filter that by selecting email address as an attribute, and then under condition, select contains, and then we enter our value. We're going to add this filter, and then here on the right side, we have option to view results. And you can see that contact list that originally had 5 contacts has been narrowed down only to 2 contacts that should be synced. Let's say if we want to further narrow it down only to contacts that have company name Marigold Incorporation. We're going to add an additional filter. This time it's going to be a company field, and we're going to select equals and enter our value. And we're going to test results again. And now we have only 1 contact selected. Now that wraps up our overview of the latest improvements. Back to Tara, who has a special offer for you.
Thank you so much, Emma. It's really exciting to see all of the new product features we have. We would love to share a special offer for you. So if you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to a page to share your story with CiraSync. And we would love to further talk about the success you've had, whether that be how we've saved you hours, how you have less IT requests, whatever it may be. We would love to share your story. So as a thank you, we will also buy you lunch, or if you're in Europe, we will buy you dinner. So please scan that QR code and tell us your story. We would love to hear from you. So we're going to move it over to Q&A now. And Christian behind the scenes has been taking notes for questions. So Christian, I'm going to throw it over to you.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Christian. I'm the demand gen manager here at CiraSync. So I've got a couple of questions for you here, Emma. Give me just a quick second. And if anyone else has any questions, go ahead and click the Q&A button, put your questions in there, and then I will get them answered. Okay, so here is one. How can I select which fields to sync within a contact?
Okay, that's an excellent question. I'm going to share my screen here again to share. So we do have 2 ways to select what contact fields we want to sync. First one is global configuration, which is located in the left navigation menu under contact fields. And this is global configuration. So any fields we select to sync here will apply to all contact sync tunnels. You can see the whole list of the fields, basically any field that exists in Outlook. But these little icons next to each contact property tell us what can be the source. So for example, while business address city can be sourced from Azure AD, from a shared mailbox and public folder, anniversary information can be shared only from Exchange sources such as shared mailbox. And then here you have 3 columns, write, overwrite, and clear, which allow you to define what behavior the service is allowed to do for these fields. Should it write data if data does not exist on the targeted side? Should it overwrite if the data is different between the source and the target? And then clear if data no longer exists in the source, should that data be deleted on a target side? So this is a global setting that's going to apply to all sync tunnels. In addition to this, we have sync tunnel level settings. So if we create a new sync tunnel, let's say we select a shared mailbox. Let's just go quickly through these steps so we can get to the 3rd step. here in the upper right, we have custom field setting, which will allow us to select fields that we want to sync specific to this sync tunnel. Next question.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got another question here. Do you have the IP phone field and AD available in CiraSync? We're using this field for our team's DID number.
IP and what is the other field?
DID number. Do you have the IP phone field in Active Directory available in CiraSync?
We do not. We do have a few custom fields at the bottom here that could be used as an alternative, but we do not directly source with CiraSync DID and IP field. However, we do have another service that is capable of custom mapping. So I would suggest the client who is interested in this just to reach out to our support, and we're going to help them set that up.
What's that support email, Emma?
help@cirasync.com.
Perfect. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I've got another question here. Can I add any text to contacts synced by CiraSync to differentiate them from my personal contacts?
It's an excellent question. So we're going to go to sync tunnel level here again and create a new sync tunnel. Select our source, our target. Now, here in the third step of creating a sync tunnel, you're going to notice a node suffix section, which can be set up to use the default value that CiraSync provided, but it can also be customized to enter any information you would like. Once the service creates these contacts in targeted user mailboxes, this would be added under contact nodes field as an additional value. So it could be anything basically that you want to add here. In addition to that, when creating a sync tunnel, an admin has an option to decide whether he would like to push a category with each contact that gets created. This option would allow contact to be created with the name of the contact list that's provided here. So that's also an additional way to mark the contacts that get written inside user mailbox, so those contacts are easy distinguished from user contacts.
Awesome. That seems to be all the questions we have. If anyone wants to put anything else in as a last minute question, I did want to follow up too on the DID number. Having that as a built-in field, that is something we can definitely get added. And if anyone has any feature requests, please feel free to put them in the Q&A or send us an email, help@cirasync.com. We are a yes company. If you have a feature you would like added, the answer is going to be yes. We will fit it into our timeline to get it built out. If there aren't any other questions though, I think we can hand it over to you, Tara. Again, feel free to put in a question. If we don't answer it though, I will take your information down and make sure that gets answered.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Christian. And thank you, Emma, for going through all of the new features and for answering all of those questions. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. You will receive a recording of this webinar to your email that you registered with. So look out for that later this week. And we wish you a great day. Bye.
Bye.